Welcome back to the Freelancers Tea Break, the short and sweet podcast that you can listen to during your tea break. So, continuing with pricing month this month, I wanted to talk about raising your prices. And I can already hear you saying now, there's no way I can raise my prices at the moment. We're going through a pandemic and loads of other things are happening. So, this is a judgment call for you. So, you can either decide to save this one for later, or you may feel that actually you're getting a lot of work in at the moment, and actually it is a good time to raise your prices. So, what I wanted to do in this episode is talk a little bit about how you can raise your prices when you want to. So, I'm going to go through 5 things that you need to do, and I'm also going to give you a bit of a template to send to your clients when you are ready to up your prices. So, the first thing to do is do your research. So, spend a little bit of time researching the competition, researching places like NUJ Media, who list all of the current prices for articles, PR work, all sorts of things like that. I wouldn't go looking on bidding sites like people per hour or anything like that, because they're going to be low prices. But have a look at some of the competition and see how much they're charging and see if you're in line with that. Also, don't forget, if you come join Sally Farrant and I for the workshop on the 19th of November, she will talk a little bit more about how to work out how much you should be charging as well, down to your hourly rate, and also packages. So I would definitely recommend that if you're in that research stage. So the second thing I would say is choose your time. One of the best times to unveil a price increase is actually around the start of the year, which is why I wanted to talk about it now, because January is a great time to do it and you'll have some time to prepare. It's also good to give some notice as well. So if you want those prices implemented in January, we'll be wanting to send that email in early December. So I'm going to give you some wording that you might be able to use. So this is from my Freelance Business Lounge. So it's one of the templates. So I'm going to read it out to you. I've really enjoyed working together over the last year or however long you've worked together, and I'm looking forward to hopefully continuing that working relationship. At this time of year, I like to review my business and prices to check that they're aligned with the market and my competitors. Following this review, my prices will be increasing from January 30th to whatever that price is going to be. I appreciate that there's never an ideal time for a price increase, so I wanted to give you some notice before the price rises. I'd also like to offer you a special offer, and this is going to be my step 3, which is giving your current clients an incentive or a bonus. So an incentive, for example, could be you could offer to keep the price at the current one for 2 or 3 months if they buy in advance. You need to make it clear that the offer is only for your current clients, though. We will talk a little bit later about how you can offer that actually, some kind of offer for new clients, and as a good way of getting them on board, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Another thing to do is offer a small early payment discount if they start paying within 3 days of receiving the invoice. So this is a great tactic if they are a slow payer. You may also want to offer packages, so if they can't afford to pay you for your current services, they can still hire you for a smaller group of skills and things like that. As I always say in these things about pricing, discount your time, not your fees. And just going back as well to when you're emailing them, if you've learned any new skills this year, or you've won any awards or anything like that, these are all things that you can mention in your email to back up why you're increasing your prices. So, number 4, assess your ideal customer. You may find that 1 or 2 of your clients decide that they don't want to carry on with you, and that is absolutely fine. If, based on your research, you're charging the right amount, then you're targeting the correct clients. It is so okay to be too expensive for some people. You're not going to be able to appeal to everybody. You're not, I was going to say Marmite, but that's not a good example. You're not Nutella. So, and especially as your skill set and your experience grows, you're going to outgrow some clients. So you may well find that by increasing your prices, you actually start to appeal to a whole new market who understand that a higher quality of work or skills or experience means that it'll be a higher price. But to be honest, my experience is as long as there's not a massive change in the price, so you're not trebling it or anything like that, people are usually pretty happy to continue. So number 5, update your prices everywhere. This is so easy to do. And I've been guilty of it this year, actually, with my coaching. I completely forgot to update my coaching page with the pricing. So make sure you go update your prices everywhere. If you share your prices on your website, and that is something I really do recommend you do, make sure you update them. Check your LinkedIn profiles, double check your invoicing software, make sure that any paperwork that you have with them on, like any leaflets or anything like that, they're updated. It is also a good opportunity, if you're updating your prices, to send them an updated terms and conditions document. And there's a free one of those on my website. Just search for terms and conditions on freelancelifestyle.co.uk and you'll find a free basic template. It's a good time to send them an updated terms and conditions, especially if you're having any small issues around them paying on time or contacting you outside of your normal hours, things like that. It's a good time to send them a refresher. So that's 5 things. I'm just going to recap on those quickly. So do your research, choose your time, so when you're going to send it out, give your current clients an incentive or a bonus, assess your ideal customer, and update your prices everywhere. And I did mention earlier that I'm going to talk a little bit about new clients as well. So one thing that you can do to get people on board is you can say, I will be upping my prices in January. However, if you really want to grab this current rate, book in with me now and I will honour that for the next 2 or 3 months or however long. Or this is an opportunity to get it at this price. It will never be this low again. So it's a good way of getting people who have maybe been thinking about working with you but putting it off or putting off the decision. It will light a fire under them and get them working with you. So I hope that was helpful. Again, I know it's a difficult year raising your prices, but I also think it's a good time to review whether you're working on an hourly basis or whether you should be moving over to packages, which could be much better for you in your business. So you may find that if you can't up your prices, you may be looking at your packages instead, and you can revamp your packages to something you're a bit more happy with, and you can introduce that to your clients this year. So I hope that was helpful. I'd love to know if you are planning on raising your prices. I know, obviously, with everything that's happening this year, it is difficult for some people, but I also know quite a few freelancers who are really busy at the moment. So that is another indicator, by the way. If you are incredibly busy at the moment, you have loads of clients and you can't fit any more clients in, that's when you need to raise your prices. Because if you are so in demand that you can't keep up, then you need to raise your prices so that you're only working with the best people and offering the best quality service. And just a reminder that Sally Farrant and I are running a monthly training this month. It's going to be all about pricing your packages. So Sally's going to be teaching you how to know how much it costs per hour to run your business, to know how to price your packages and have the tools to do it again, and to have the conversation with your clients about changing your pricing. So she'll be building on what we've talked about today. But I really, really recommend you join this because she talks also a lot about profit. And I think as freelancers, we don't learn a lot about profit. We just learn about turnover. It's all about getting smart about earning more in your business and actually taking more money home as well. And you can find details of that at freelancelifestyle.co.uk/monthly training. And that will be in the links below as well. So that's freelancelifestyle.co.uk/monthly training. I hope you enjoyed this episode. To find out a little bit more about the freelance lifestyle, hop on over to freelancelifestyle.co.uk.